Welcome to Thinking Outside the Soil with your host, Johnny Alfalfaseed, where we get to talk story and touch on topics about hydroponics and the farmers who grow the crops and creatures we need to eat. Good morning, and happy Aloha Friday from Blooming Health Farms. And thank you for being with me on this beautiful morning today. It's a bit overcast and gray. We had a warm week, our first one of the year after a really cold winter, something I haven't seen for quite a while. So I am anxious to see how that cold will look coming down the line. One thing I am excited about is the increased snowpack, so we shall see here in Colorado how that comes down our hills and helps farmers. But those right now who don't have water are clamoring for a new way to feed their livestock, and it's because of farmers like you out there that we have understood some really great ways to feed our flock. So today's episode, I want to talk more about sprouting seeds and sprouting feed for our flock. I remember my first sprouting when I was a little kid. It's something that we did in elementary school. We put a seed in a paper towel and sprouted it out. And after it got big, we put it in the soil and a little pixie cup, or a little paper cup, if you will. And then when it got big, the idea was to go put it out in the garden. That simple method of getting something from a seed really didn't make entire sense until I was in college and too poor to afford good food. So one day I grabbed a bag of lentil beans off the shelf at the grocery store and put them in a Powerade bottle, soaked them up, drained them often, and ate them. I effectively found a way to feed myself on a budget, and I honestly fell in love with sprouting lentils. So very soon I had an array. I had a bunch of Powerade bottles all over the shelf at the top of my closet, and I discovered this original rotational pattern that I do today with our flock because I needed to feed myself every day. So I was buying my bulk seed in different ways to accomplish those goals. But real quick, since I got you, if you could be so kind as to leave a review and let me know what you've enjoyed so far or what you might like to hear coming down in the near future. So fast forward to today, I was reviewing some of our Instagram messages, and a friend will often send me some things that are either inspirational or they are informative, and some of them do just make me laugh. So this morning he sent me this quick reel on Instagram about sprouts and the benefits of this ancient food that people have known about for a long time, which provides a slew of nutritional benefits for us. And when I saw that, I cheered to myself, "Sprouts!" And I typed back in bold, uppercase face, "Sprouts!" And I sent him a cartoon of a Far Side that is often sent to me when people make fun of me for putting sprouts on everything. And if you haven't seen this or are not familiar with Far Side, they are typically one framed cartoons or comics that are satirical in most natures. And so this one is an image of a woolly mammoth upside down with 3 cavemen around them, and 2 of them are, for lack of better words, taking their goods, are harvesting from the mammoth, and there is one in the foreground with his back turned to the others, huddling over a piece of meat with his hand hovered over the big chunk. And there's a caption below that says, "With no one looking, Ko'ona would secretly sprinkle on a few sprouts." And I love this cartoon because one of the things that led to our co-founder Ryan calling me Shawnee Alfalfaseed. I love seeing sprouts in all of these different avenues, and recently it's been on social media and seeing you out there sprouting in mason jars or with all these other different types of devices. And so we have taken what we have learned and what you desire and have come up with a really great way to get live feed every day for your flock. And in as little as 6 days from start to finish, you can begin and get live feed on a regular basis. And one of the great things about our Sprouting for Success system is that we're able to scale it for the flock and the different parameters that you may have for what you're doing. So for example, many people have a certain number of birds, and over time, some of us succumb to chicken math and get more chickens, or life happens and chickens leave the flock. So we love that this system is adaptable for those of you out there with these changing conditions in your backyards, in your small acreage areas, or even those out there with commercial farms. Now, I began today's episode with my beginnings of sprouting lentils in my college closet. And I came to lentils because I discovered a seed that, when sprouted, would feed me all of the things that I needed at the most fundamental and basic level. And so when I began sprouting for our flock and finding ways to help farmers improve their livestock quality and become better stewards of the earth, I used a similar strategy to come up with this combination of seeds that will, when sprouted, feed chickens a really great will give chickens a really great diet, leading to consistently wholesome eggs. Our Sprouting for Success system is this way of using a proven blend of seeds and proven methods and to get really great results. I am presenting these opportunities on a weekly basis for those out there who are sprouting or are interested in controlling their feed costs or even getting a new side hustle. I've talked in a previous episode about a couple who saw how easy it was to get these really amazing eggs that they could get good margins on. And that's all I have for you today on this beautiful morning. But if you want to know more about how hydroponic fodder is helping farmers save water, improve livestock quality, and become better stewards, head on over to thinkingoutsidethesoil.com to get yourself a copy of my book so you don't miss out on becoming part of this next hydroponic agricultural revolution. Thank you for being with us on today's show, and join us again on another episode of Thinking Outside the Soil. Take care and have a lovely day. Hey, before you go, check out the links below. And if you'd be so kind as to leave a rating and review and follow the show. For those with feathered friends, don't forget to get yourself some of our Blooming Health Farms Chicken Blend Sprouting Mix. This supplemental mix has been shown to give you some of the best eggs with the yummiest yolks. You'll have happy, healthy hens that abandon the feeder and give you eggs with high levels of vitamin A and omega fatty acids. So don't forget to get yourself some Blooming Health Farms Chicken Blend Sprouting Mix.